This is Papa's Real Estate Podcast. So, number 6. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to my channel on YouTube, Papa's Real Estate channel. If you're a new listener, welcome to my channel. Please like, subscribe, share, like, comment. Let me know what you think. If you're a returning guest, thank you and appreciate you coming back as we do it every week here to talk about real estate. That's always we do. And this week's real estate podcast, actually, we're going to be talking about something called mind your own business. And generally speaking, people would always say, mind your business, mind your business. But today we're not talking about that. We're talking about mind your own business. And in terms of real estate, when we say mind your own business, we're trying to say that in life, if you get a job and you're working a 9 to 5, 6 to 2, 7 to 3, 3 to 11, whatever the schedule is overnight, it doesn't matter. You're working for someone else and you're minding someone else's business for them. Either it's an individual that you're working for, or it's a corporation you're working for, or a non-profit organization, or a government entity. It doesn't matter who your employer is. As long as you're employed by someone else, you're minding their business for them. And if you look at it in life, how can we start by minding our own business? We can start with small steps, baby steps, one at a time. And every single steps, a journey of 1,000 miles begins at one. So how we can do that is, in terms of our jobs we have, you can keep your day job whilst you build up a side hustle. And a side hustle that you're going to build up can be in anything in life you want it to be. Be it a drop shipping business through Amazon, being it what they call couch flipping. You go buy whole old couches, clean them up, and turn around and sell them in either eBay or Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or anything like that. And or you can just start buying stuff that you think people are gonna need and put it on eBay or something else. It doesn't matter. And there's a lot of other websites that would let you sell used stuff. Or you can do something that's also new. It's called pallet flipping. And what pallet flipping means, that the return items people return from these retailers, or mainly Amazon and all the other places, they put it in warehouses and they sell the stuff by pallets, and you can turn around and sell that pallet. You can get the pallet in whole for a cheap, maybe $500 to $1,000, and you can separate those items and put them on different platforms and sell them. People do it a lot and make a lot of money from it. But when, all avenues, multi-level marketing, anything you want to try on the side, and your main goal when you start a side hustle, your main goal is one day for that side hustle to replace your main hustle, your main job, your main income. And then normally for the side hustle to replace your main income, you have to set yourself between a 3 to 5 year plan, minimum 3 to 5 years. I mean, we go to school for at least 12 years plus college of maybe 3 to 5 years, and even sometimes some more, so we can get a job to make a living. So if you are doing that job and making a living, you can turn around and start a side business, and that side business, you can give yourself time for anywhere between 3 to 5 year period to get that, to give time to that side business to grow, to replace your main income. All right. So talking about those aspects and those type of examples set aside, now let's get back onto real estate. If people say, I want to invest in real estate, but I don't have any money. I don't have good credit. Where I live, it's very expensive for me to get into the real estate game. As a beginner, start doing more researches of different ways to invest in real estate. And if you dive deep into those aspects of seeing how to invest in real estate, you just don't have one way to invest. That is, I just need to own a home to be considered a real estate investor. No, you don't have to. Some people will start investing in real estate by little tiny steps, one at a time. For example, one, you are interested in investing in real estate. Okay, you don't have any money. Be a real estate agent and sell real estate part-time. You have access to the MLS. That is the multiple listing services. You have access to that MLS. You can see who is buying, what they're buying, how much they're buying it for, where they're buying it from. You get access to that in whatever state you're registered in. Now you get that. You don't have to quit what you're doing, but you can do it weekends and evenings and go from there. Once you get to do that, you get to master that. As time goes on, you will see who is investing where and how much and all that stuff. You can either start investing a little money with somebody else, or you can find a deal and hand it to somebody else who is going to do something else with it and maybe put a little money in there to invest with them. But if you can't do real estate agent itself, if you do it and finish, it's going to turn into a job. But it's a way to get in and have access to that MLS and see how things are done within that MLS system. From there, you can turn around and be a property appraiser. Yeah, it takes time. It's not like you're going to do it one day, 1 month, or 1 year. Sometimes it might take you 2-3 years to get ready for that. But as an appraiser, you have access to that MLS, the same multiple listing services realtors have, and you see everything the realtors see. And you just do the appraisal telling people how much the house is worth. You might pay you anywhere between $800 to about $1,200 per house that you do an appraisal on. And if it's an apartment complex or something like that, you can get in more and have access to that. Within that, that will give you an insight about the real estate market and how things are going. Then you can submerge yourself into that and maybe get your foot in the door and see how it's going to do. Some people will go in and do property inspections. Somebody's going to buy a house. The bank will always ask them to do an inspection on that house to see how much their collateral is worth. Unless if you're going to put cash or you're going to go with a hard money loan or private lender and things like that, then they might say, oh, okay, I will just pass on my inspection and things like that. And then sometimes people can do that for appraisal too. But mind you, they're just saying that on paper. But behind the scenes, they're going and do inspection and see what's going on with the house. I do that all the time. That means that, well, with whatever the inspection comes out of, I can't back out of the deal because it's bad. No, but I always give myself that. I said, oh, I don't need an inspection. Yes, I pay an inspector to do. I can't use that inspection report against the seller, but I always know what I'm getting myself into. I don't need an appraiser. Guess what? Because I'm familiar with my market and I can do those things behind the scene and have an idea 10% below or 10% above to see, okay, well, where I'm at now, ballpark this, and I can give you my conservative low number and say, this is what I can pay. I don't need an inspection. I'm going to take my inspection contingency out. I'm going to take appraisal contingency out. Then they'll be like, oh, okay. And I can close fast and all that. Then they'll be like, oh, well, but the caveat is I'm going to pay you less. Then you go from there. And then some people would even go to the extent of just going around looking for houses for somebody else who is an inspector, and then it goes back to that. You have an idea, and then or you can start with wholesaling, as we spoke about it in the past. I'm not going to get into details. You can start wholesaling, and then some people will go to an extent that they will get a part-time job with a property management company so they can just have an idea with the market. So putting it back to what we're talking about when we say mind your own business, you're going to start doing something else on the side for yourself to one day build more money, to make the same or more money that you're making at your day job, so that you can have an option. You can be job optional. Now you can say, well, I want to go to work because I want to go to work, not because I have to go to work. Because either you go to work at your day job or not, you have something else coming up on the side that you can make money from. So, and again, going back to the main topic of talking about minding your own business, in order to make it in life, you have to be doing something that is a problem for someone else or something for yourself that you know, if I do this long enough, I don't have to do it actively every day to be able to get paid in it. I can do this today and build up a system that will take care of things either I am there or not. So by standing, when you start that, you can also hire some other people either here where you live or outside in a third world country and paying them a fraction of what you would have paid someone else when they're here with you, and they can help you behind the scenes to give you a lot of the information you need. For example, if you're a real estate agent, but you hired a VA, a virtual assistant, somewhere else in the third world country, that you give them access to the area that you want and teach them how to get things, look for stuff and things like that. They can even be calling homeowners to ask them if they're interested in selling their house. And if they are, then he can set up a meeting for you, and you can just look up on your calendar or your email or text message and just show up at those houses and talk to those homeowners and then see what they got. And you will get more listings that way than your traditional agent who is not hustling on the side like that. And again, when we say mind your own business, you got to get into something that is going to be a side hustle 1, 2, 3 hours a day in the evening before you go to work or after you get off work. To start doing that gradually, you can build it up to something that you may now replace your day job income with that thing. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't technically have to be real estate related, but you can do it in any aspect of life you want. Some people, there's a lot of websites out there that would let you sell stuff. For example, we all go through our house. There's stuff that we don't need. We bought them a long time ago. We don't use them. You can look around and list them up, sell them on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, or something like that.